And here we are with winners finals. Here we have Void versus Hiku. Alright, both players... Oh no. Yeah, both players playing GTR here. Some relaxing music. Definitely not fitting how this game is looking. I mean, both players are playing very fast. It's a little hard to keep up. I just kind of like looked at one player's board, realized their chain form, and we're already setting up full chains. Void with an all clear 11 chain. Hiku's tail is going to need to be really strong to compete with that. And it's just not quite strong enough. Void takes the first round. Hiku building a chain in a very interesting order. It does look like they are going for GTR, but they built their GTR last. Definitely, it's very uncommon. Usually you see GTR built first, because it's always a good idea to try to finish your transition as fast as possible. Hiku's setting off a lot of attacks here. Void going for an all-out there, but Hiku catches it and is able to set off the chain with a very clean tail. Void not able to keep up, stacks up in column 3. It's taken out. Void playing... Probably Void playing L shape here. Hiku with some flat form. Apologize for not knowing all these chain forms. Hiku doing a strong attack to Void. Void is gonna need a lot of time to dig this. Going for an attack while digging. It does end up working. Hiku was not ready to take that. Void with a very abstract chain. It's a 6 chain. Hiku's red on the tail just doesn't quite work. And Void's 6 chain beat Hiku's chain. I didn't see exactly what it was, but Void's chain beat it. Hiku again, building their GTR pretty late, but with how fast they're playing, it's really hard to just attack their GTR. Void with a 3 chain, however Hiku counters with a very big 2 chain. Void gets their full chain off. Hiku is attempting to build as fast as they can and just barely gets their chain off, but those reds really cut those yellows and the chain no longer works as it wanted. It's really rough with that red and yellow. Definitely rough with that red piece, causing that rough cut. An all clear start on this round. Void is still building within column 3. Hiku pulling an out chain here, but getting an all clear of their own. Hiku is currently in an all clear disadvantage right now. Building very risky here, wanting to go for something big. but is not getting the blue that they want. Void pulling out a third all clear of the round. Lots of all clears from Void, but with that first chain that Hiku set off, Void was still able to manage the pressure of the garbage that was sent. What really helped was getting the all clear. I was trying to find out what form Hiku was building, and they were just building GTR in a very different order. Hiku's setting off a very big 2-chain and 1-chain. Now Hiku's setting off a very big 2-chain. Void ready with a follow-up 4-chain, although Hiku sees it coming and is able to set off their full chain. It's going to be very difficult for Void to catch up. It's unable to set off a counter. Void's setting off all they have, but not the worst idea. Hiku just isn't ready to dig here, and the main chain just wasn't ready to. Hiku almost getting a very powerful dig. Had they had one more green. Void with a strong lead right now. It's gonna be rough. It's gonna be rough for Hiku to catch up. When there's less mistakes to be made, generally a lot more pressure is put on and can make it a lot harder to play. Void building up a strong tail, but also ready for harassment. Hiku sets up a 3-chain. Void responds with their own 3-chain and is following up with a 2-chain. Void doing some very strong follow-ups here. It makes it very hard for Hiku to really do much. Void keeps up their strong lead. Just a lot of chain building. I really am kind of just watching, thinking about how the chains work. But Void sets off a harassment here and takes out Hiku very quickly. Yeah, just more chain building here, building up the bases. Hiku building some kind of platform. Again, I don't know the name. Void just sending relentless attacks. Hiku is just not given any time of day. Void bringing this to match point. Very strong lead, 8-2. It's very hard to assess exactly how these players play, because, man, are they just beyond my skill level. Void is just very good at chaining, they're very good at attacking. They just send harassments at perfect times and can just follow up super well. Hiku is just a great chainer themselves. Doing some really strong digs, like right here. Void having some pressure on them themselves. Hiku's able to set off their full chain. Void doesn't have the best foundation here. In fact, it's just setting off their chain as it is. Hiku with a strong tail. Void's tail just isn't able to keep up, and Hiku takes him around. I gotta say, there's a lot to keep track here. Ooh. Hiku building tall on the right. It seems as if they want to go for an attack, but they also have a strong tail ready. Hiku showing that strong attack they had ready. Void is not getting the purples they need. And Void unable to dig out the chain. Very rough spot with how those garbage are too tall on those reds. Digging through 2 layers of garbage in the same chain is very difficult to perform. So once you have your opponent's main chain locked behind that, it's really rough to follow up from there. Hiku ignoring their GTRs, instead going for a bunch of attacks. It's just one piece away from getting their main chain off. Void again with these insane just follow-ups that just take Hiku out completely. Again, just not giving them the light of day. That was a very tough match to follow. Very well played. A whole lot of just crazy stuff happening. Good games.